It's zoomed in, but I can see you pretty good. I mean, that's good. It's just a close up of you.
It ain't supposed to do that though.
Hey y'all, we just doing a little test shot here, so we just gonna let that run because y'all know I rarely edit. So good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Got a little something different for you this evening. Gonna be doing some chicken again. So Tina, how about that? I got another chicken dish, girl. You better catch up with me. So Tina's so blessed. Come on with those chicken recipes, girl. I got another one. So I'm gonna be doing some sauce first. So stay tuned in with me, and we're gonna walk through another chicken dish. Like I told y'all, I'm a chicken lover, so y'all might see me do most any kind of chicken dinner. I'm going to go ahead, because I got my grease a little bit too hot to deal with the chicken right now. We're going to go ahead and talk about this sauce. I'm going to call this Peggie's sweet and sour chicken. So what we're going to do here is just make a different kind, a little bit different kind of a sweet and sour sauce using ingredients that you probably already got sitting around the kitchen. It's nothing major. Doesn't take rocket science. If you got some teriyaki marinade, doesn't matter what brand it is, whatever brand you choose. I choose Food Line, of course. And if you've got some A1 steak sauce, now listen to this. I learned how to make sizzling sauce out of A1 steak sauce. So this is Western sizzling sauce. If you live near Western sizzling, you can go there and buy it already made up, or get you a bottle of A1 sauce and put some brown sugar in it, and it turns into sizzling sauce as far as my taste buds go. So here's the deal. If you got the sizzling sauce, use it. If not, use the A1 sauce, okay? So, and to that, we're going to also add a fourth of a cup of brown sugar, okay? And we're going to add to that 1 cup of grape jelly. And just put it in your little saucepan there and cook it up and let it just sort of cook and sort of get all those flavors mixed in together. And you got yourself a really, really good, nice, thick sauce to marinate these chicken legs in. And we're going to run them through the oven for about 1 hour, and we're going to let them glaze. But before we get to the oven part, we're going to put them on top of the stove in the skillet, and I'm going to sear the legs so that the juices from the chicken will stay inside, and so also that the seasoning that I've put on them. So a very simple seasoning for these chicken legs. Just season them like you would if you get ready to fry chicken. And I'll tell you what I season mine with. I've got 12 chicken drumsticks over here, and what I did before I seasoned them, though, if you look, let me see, let me just show you. I did what you call scored them, and all scoring is just taking the chicken, taking the knife, and you can score them. See how it just cut through them? That's scoring. That's what I call scoring. Just score them. That just means to cut it so that that juice, so that flavor rather will get down through. So what I'm going to do before we get to the oven with them and putting any of this sauce on, we're going to go ahead and sear them in this skillet for about 5-10 minutes on each side, just until kind of see them kind of close up. I'm trying to get this into Kareem set my camera some kind of way. Anywho, y'all can see it. Anyway, okay, so medium high heat. Don't want it too hot because you don't want them to burn. So we got the chicken all seasoned up. We're going to go ahead and start. Let's see. Not quite hot enough. A while ago it was too hot. So we're going to let the pan heat up because it does need to be hot enough so that when you put it in and place it into that oil. By the way, I've got about a fourth of a cup of oil in that pan. This is a huge skillet. I don't know if you can tell how big that skillet is or not, but it's probably 12, 16-inch round. Well, maybe a 16-inch round skillet. So it's a kind of a good size skillet. And basically that's all I'm cooking this evening because I've got rice left over from yesterday. And I thought, what can I cook on this day that I really don't want to cook on a Thursday afternoon? I really don't want to cook because really I was just going to do me some fried rice and some salsa or something like that and let it go at that and let the kids eat sandwiches. But you know, I'm a soft touch for the kids, so I went ahead and got these chicken legs going. And besides, I went through Food Lion, and I love Food Lion. Y'all know that. I went through there today, and lo and behold, well, okay, we can turn it on high, get this started. We need to get this stuff. There it is. It's hot enough. So anyway, we're just gonna place these chicken legs in there and let them cook or sear. I'm leaving the skin on. I like the skin. And we're just going to do it all the way up to there. Because this is basically what we're going to have, the chicken legs, some rice, and I might do a salad. The kids are not going to do a salad. They'll sit there and eat every one of these chicken legs. They won't even pay attention to a salad. Yeah, this sweet and sour stuff. Whew. Okay, so be careful too when you're doing this, because this grease is really hot. And it will pop all over your arms. But anyway, what I was getting ready to say about going to Food Line today, I went in there today, and they had these chicken legs on sale. So y'all know me, I love a good sale or a good bargain. They do a manager special, and somehow I managed to end up in there. And I bought this entire package, and they're nice and fresh. So I'll check them out, you know. Check them out. Anywho, this entire package of chicken legs, drumsticks rather. I purchased them for like $3.89, 12 chicken drumsticks. And when I got home with them, I didn't have any space in my freezer to freeze them anyway. So I went ahead and decided, okay, we're going to have chicken today. So this is how we end up with chicken again. Because remember, yesterday I did the chicken breast strips. So today we're doing some Peggie sweet and sour chicken drumsticks. This is going to be real good. So it's really easy, as you can see, to make. And I know that even though I'm cooking a lot of them, if the kids don't eat them all, I'll throw them in a freezer bag, put them in the freezer, and a month from there they'll be just as good. So I'm going to go ahead and let these fry up and sear. And when they finish searing, I'll put them. I'll show you what the next step is going to be, because I'm going to actually put some sauce on them while they're in the skillet and sort of glaze them a little bit in the skillet, then hurry them out and put them into the oven. So hold on for me. Okay, y'all, as you can see, that chicken cooking. Okay, that chicken is moving right along. It's searing, it's browning, filling those juices in. I'm cracking and popping here. One thing about as you're doing this, just make sure you keep turning it and rotating it so every piece gets that sear on it. And have to move it around and rotate it. It takes a little bit of patience, like that piece right there. Wow, I feel like I'm right there to eat that piece. But you have to keep watching it because we don't want no burn up stuff. Okay. And I've got it like for medium high. Sometimes you might have to back that heat down. If you know those center pieces are getting the most heat. So that's a big one. So I'm going to go ahead and move some of these other ones into the pan. Now, I've got enough sear, I think, on there now where I feel comfortable in a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and start dipping a little bit, brushing a little bit of the marinade on there. And that marinade, let me tell you something about this marinade. This is my marinade. This marinade, to get my little brush out here. Got my little paint brush here to paint it. But I want y'all to just look at that. That is a heavy, I call it a heavy marinade. It is sharp. It is delicious. But honey, it's going to coat this chicken. And it's going to do this chicken just exactly what I want it to do. So what I'm going to do is just put it about right there so you can watch me what I'm going to do. I'm taking it off the heat now. And I'm just going to simply do it like this. And I'm almost tempted to leave it in the skillet and just run it through the oven just like it is. This is something new. Like I said, I've never tried it like this before, so y'all getting it firsthand. Y'all getting it the same way I am for the first time. So I'm just going to leave it for the time being. I'm just going to allow it to just do what it's doing and go ahead and paint it real good without it being on the heat. Because of course, you know, once you put the sweet on there, it's going to start to, it'll burn if you don't watch it. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a good, complete marinade, just like that. It's beautiful chicken. So just remember, when you make this sauce now, And I hope you can go back and look at the beginning of the video to get the recipe. You've got to make sure you don't put too much seasoning on it to begin with, because this sauce is heavy. Just, just season it like you normally would. You don't have to do anything extra in your regular, your salt and pepper phase, because I scored the chicken. I wanted that marinade that sauce rather to get all in between there. I'm so excited. I'm hungry too. If I didn't think I'd get salmonella, I'd eat that big one right now. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm not going to eat raw chicken now. So anywho, I got that one side done. All I'm going to do with it now is just flip it over on the other side and go ahead and get it marinated. And I'm going to get it going in the oven. And by the time I get through marinating, I'll decide whether or not I'm going to take it out of this heavy iron skillet. This is one of those cast iron skillets. And I just love cooking in cast iron and just stuff. But chicken legs, they don't really take a whole lot of cooking to them. The thighs, I probably would just leave it in here to make sure they got done all the way to the bone. So just going to continue to turn these and get them all over on the unbrushed side. And I will be right back. Okay, so here we go again. We back to marinating. Got them on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and get these marinated really good and get them run through the oven. So I'm excited to know what I am excited to know and to figure out is how this sauce is going to cook in, and I want it glazed on. So I'm going to put it under the broiler on low broil, and I've got a good marinade on there now. I'm going to put it on low broil, and I'm going to let them broil for until they start, to glaze over, and then I'll keep turning them, and I'll see if I may not need to put any more glaze on them. Just depends. I missed one on the side right there. You know what? I'm going to leave the skillet. How about that? Don't they look pretty in that skillet? I'm leaving them in the skillet. Okay. It would have helped out a lot to turn the broiler on, but since I didn't turn it, those are the leave. You know how to open it? Yeah, excuse me, I was talking to Laura. Okay, so if I had turned the skillet on like I should have, I could go ahead and put them in. But since I didn't, now I'm going to have to wait it to heat up. And broil cycle doesn't take that long. Remember, when you do this, you put them on the low, not the high. Because remember, there's sweet stuff on there, it'll burn right quick, and you want them to cook. Because they actually got to be under that broiler for a good hour to cook all the way through. Okay? So, I'm just going to finish my cleanup over here, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm still waiting on the the oven to get hot enough for me to go ahead and run these chicken drumsticks in, and I've decided I am going to leave them in the skillet. But one thing about cooking, for me, the reason I get so excited about cooking is that cooking is as varied as whatever runs through your mind about cooking. So as I'm standing here watching these legs on the stove, I left the heat on under that skillet. So what do you do in the skillet? You fry. So it's on a low heat, and I've got that marinade all over them. So I'm just leaving them on there and just let them sizzle. So now here's what's going to happen. I'm not going to have to turn them because I'm allowing them to cook on the underside on the top of the stove. Then when I put them into the stove, they're going to be in there. I don't want to have to do that extra work. So that was just one of those little things when you're cooking and discovering, just like I discovered about the sauce. I discovered that sauce is, when I say heavy, if you know when you're cooking, you have some sauces that are heavy, some that are light, fruity, citrusy, runny. That sauce is very heavy, and I dare say the more I cooked it, the heavier it got. And not only heavy in texture, but it was heavy in taste. So I know that it's going to take well to this chicken, and I'm hoping I will get a little crisp on there. So that's why I'm letting it go ahead and continue to cook. And plus, it'll cut down on the cooking time whenever I run them through the oven. So they're on the stove, they're cooking, sizzling. In about 2 or 3 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and run them under this broiler. And I'll keep a close watch on them and continue to marinate them. Again, I scored them now so that seasoning will go through them, and also so the marinade will go all the way through them. So hang in there, and about an hour from now, I'm going to pull them out of the oven and we're going to take a taste. Okay, y'all, there it is. It's all done, ready to eat. I think I'm going to eat rice with it. But I just wanted y'all to see this beautiful, beautiful Peggie sweet and sour chicken that we're going to be eating today for dinner. Like I said, I'm going to do some rice and probably a salad with it. But I'm done. It's all finished. It's all glazed over, and boy, I tasted a little piece. It is yummy. So try this recipe. It's quick, it's easy, and it's yummy. So look, keep those prayers going up so the blessings will continue to come down for you, and pray for one another in this world today with all the things that are going on in the government, in people's homes, in their lives, in the schools, the weather. Just continue to pray. So until I cook again, I'm going to say toodaloo. Love you guys. Take care.